Test, test. Oh, we
Test,
are
test,
live.
We are live with a mustache.
Oh, damn, it still look good.
It's coming off tomorrow, though.
Yeah, is it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Can't go to my meeting with this on.
Well, maybe. Hello, YouTube.
Hello.
Welcome back. We got 2/3 cup field tonight. Due to some prior engagements, we're a little later than normal, but
Sorry
we're
about
here.
that. Sorry
We're
about
here. Oh, no need to apologize. Nothing like some good basketball.
that. Mhm.
Basketball. We are back to answer all of your fantasy football needs. Are they right? We don't know. Are they wrong? We don't know. But it's the best of our ability to give you our best opinion on who to start, who to sit, and B's waiver wire pickups. But first, we're going to touch a tad bit on some college football. I did shout this out on our normal podcast, which you can check us out live streaming Sunday mornings, 10:30 Eastern time. We live stream on YouTube. It drops every Monday, 9:15 a.m. on Spotify. And you could check us out, give us a like, give us a follow on Instagram. Our Instagram is pb.j_podcast on the beautiful backdrop behind Bala. And of course on YouTube, PBNJ, and you'll catch us here. And clearly you do because you're listening to us live right here. Now, I will pull up this week's college football, but I mainly want to talk about last week. The biggest game of the season for LSU, and because of their loss to Tennessee, also Alabama's biggest game of the regular season. The LSU Tigers upset Alabama 32-31, overtime thriller in Death Valley, and it was a majestic game to watch. No bias here, even though there's bias because I love LSU till the day I die. Nick Saban got out-coached, and it was a thrill to see. Now, will LSU trip down the stretch and not make the SEC championship? We'll see. To be determined. The game right before that, which Bala and I watched together, B and I watched together, Georgia, Tennessee. By college football rankings, Georgia was the underdog, but Vegas knew better. Vegas gave Georgia a 8-point advantage when it opened. I think it finished at 8.5, and they more than doubled that. 27-13 final score. Georgia just dominated Tennessee. There was no hope. They shut down Hendon Hooker, Tennessee's number one offense in college football, and they just shut them down. And I am actually going to our YouTube so I can open up the chat. We've got chats already. Here we go. Or are we? There we go. What up, Zay? Zay is back. And, man, that's a rough name. I hate the NFL. Shout out, I hate the NFL. That is not a factual statement. I do not hate the NFL. Actually, don't hate anything on this planet. We'll get to NFL in a few minutes. B's got some business he's taking care of with that mustache. Everybody check out that mustache. Tell him to keep it. Tell him not to shave it. Drop it all in the chat. Don't shave it.
Wait, Zay's in here?
Right? Zay's in here.
Zay, low key, bro. What you think of the mustache? I want your opinion specifically. My man.
Try hard, Zay.
You can be honest. We're
thick-skinned.
Yeah, we're thick-skinned, and there's no chance for me punching you in the face because you are on a monitor.
He'll punch me instead.
Yeah.
Oh, fire emoji.
Hell yeah, baby.
Oh.
Hell yeah. All right. All right.
What is this? Live chats. There you go. All right. Appreciate the love, Zay. As you guys know, our resident English Premier League expert is not with us, but he is with us in spirit.
Jacob, welcome back.
What up, Jacob?
What up, Jacob?
Good evening, good night, whatever time zone you're in. Buenas noches. But yes, P. James Rooney, whatever you would like to call him, is not here with us, but he'll drop in the chat here shortly. He's always with us in spirit.
Already at 3 likes. Appreciate it, y'all.
Keep pumping it up. All right, Zay,
Oh, yeah. We'll let you know. It's going to be a very brief college football segment, but we definitely want to cover it.
So brief, boxer brief, that it's pretty much over. No big games this weekend. Everybody's already played. If LSU wins this game and Alabama beats Ole Miss, it is a lock. LSU is in the SEC championship to face Georgia and Ohio State and Michigan. So college football rankings came out today. Georgia's number 1, Ohio State number 2, Michigan number 3, TCU number 4,
LSU.
Oregon. Is it Oregon? I think no, Tennessee, Oregon, LSU. LSU comes in number 7. A team that lost to Florida State in the opening game. You were there. You got to watch it. On a blocked extra point as time expired.
Which is crazy, right? LSU could have been what are they? 7-2 right now?
Yep. 7-2.
They could have been 8-1.
Could have been 8-1.
That's nuts. That's nuts.
With an outright lead, with an automatic buy-in. But beggars can't be choosers. We got the win over Bama. It's a great day when Bama wins. Even greater day when Clemson loses. Unfortunately, they lost to Notre Dame. Spot check, a little iffy on that. But that's college football talk. CFP.
CFP. All right. Let's get into the NFL. Week 9 just ended. What a exciting Monday Night Football game we had.
Got to get my posture right, to get my voice deep.
Yeah.
The National Football League.
Oh, we have another comment from James Powley.
Don't hate on the mustache. I love it.
See,
I love it.
People like him, like these haters right here, are the reason why I want to stop streaming.
Yep.
No.
What?
No, you didn't say.
Barkley bye. Trying to remember your team.
Jamar's gone.
Jamar's hurt.
You had Kenneth Walker, though, right? Did you play someone with Joe Mixon or Devontae Adams?
Yeah, you traded Barkley.
Barkley gone for, I remember he did a 2-for-1.
He did.
Damn it, Zay.
Oh, Walker and D-Hop.
Yeah, D-Hop did not have a good performance, but Walker did. Walker had like 20-some points. Well, while Zay's, he sure did. But at the same time, you had to have known that he was going to come back to earth after
27 receptions in 2 games.
Yeah, like that wasn't sustainable. Did you play Josh Palmer?
I never remember which one it is.
So crazy. Joe Mixon, Devontae Adams, some crazy performances this past week. I mean, 5 touchdowns from Joe Mixon. If you lost your fantasy football game with Joe Mixon or Devontae Adams on your team, I'm so sorry. I don't know how you lost. But I can tell you I did not lose this week.
When two people put up 80 points,
Yeah.
it's hard to lose. Still possible, but hard to lose.
I had just to let the viewers know. Started Kyler Murray, came back on me 19. Started Devontae Adams, 31, half PPR. I started, unfortunately, Romeo Dobbs, got injured after the first play. Then I started Josh Palmer, very solid, 100-yard game, 8 receptions, I believe. Then I had Joe Mixon, and then I had my second running back, which was Deontay Foreman. Didn't have a great performance because of Joe Mixon, which is kind of funny. And Dallas Goedert at my tight end. Baltimore is my defense. And Harrison Butker is my kicker. Solid game.
Yeah, you won that by a wide margin.
Sure did.
Yeah.
Highest, I looked it up, John. Highest total in fantasy football week in our league
Oh, yeah?
this season.
Really?
156.
Fucking Joe
50.
Mixon.
Yeah. I did not. I had to give Palmer with Barkley. So started D-Hop, Evans, and Boyd. Pittman out. Hashtag Pittman out. Okay, let's talk about that, Zay. I mean, in hindsight, D-Hop, you're going to start D-Hop and Evans every week. Tyler Boyd is boom or bust. I don't know about what you think, John.
Yeah,
but
he's low end.
yeah. Even with Jamar out, Tyler Boyd is still a boom or bust. T. Higgins is probably the only solid, high ceiling, high floor receiver on that team.
Yeah, he had a tough break with Evans. We watched. That's a game we watched.
Yeah.
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 Evans might have dropped more balls than he caught.
Sure did.
Tom Brady looked like he was about to unleash 7 kinds of hail on the sideline. I mean, he couldn't buy a receiver to catch the ball. It was bad.
Yeah.
Just a sloppy game. I mean, that's the state of the Buccaneers offense. Will it stay this way with Tom Brady, with Mike Evans, with Godwin, Julio if he ever plays,
Leonard Fournette,
a decent offensive line? No, I do not think it stays this way. I think they get the ball rolling, and they still win the NFC South.
Yeah. Agreed. Zay, who'd you play? Did they have any outliers? Any standouts for the week, or did your team just underperform? Curious to know. Yeah, Kelsey with 18 targets. I feel like every time I watched the Kansas City out there on offense, it was Travis Kelsey show. 18 targets, no touchdowns. So that's kind of frustrating as a Travis Kelsey owner in one of my leagues. But you got to love that target share.
Yeah, I do love it. I tell you that as a Kelsey fan owner myself, puts up 15.5 points with no touchdowns.
How did you do this week?
Well, I'm glad you asked, B.
John.
I'm glad you asked. Maybe that's why he didn't make an appearance. But
shots fired.
I may have taken down the number 1 team in our league, called the London Silly Nannies. If you know anything about London, it's in England. And you know who else is from England? James, who's not here right now. Took him down. Number 1 team in the league. Took him down. Thank God for Justin Jefferson.
Shout out Justin Jetta.
My team literally was just about as average gets, with a couple standouts that saved me. Honestly, his team very much underperformed. Tough bye week for him.
Yeah.
Hashtag no excuses.
Hey, you got to take what you can get.
When you're starting DeAndre Carter as your third wide receiver 3, hoping the Dirty Birds give up, some points. But Palmer said, hold my jockstrap. Watch this. I'm getting the targets. DeAndre Carter, you'll return punts. And we'll keep it that way. All right, Zay. Team had 149 points. He had Mahomes, Pat's defense, and yikes. I was just about to say, looking at this week's half-point PPR totals, The number 7 highest scoring is the New England Patriots defense.
Yeah, they crushed it.
26 points in half-point PPR.
I mean, I want to say New England's defense is very good. They've also been fortunate enough to play some pretty crappy offenses. And if there's one thing that Belichick knows how to do is exploit those offenses.
Oh, yeah.
And shout out to the Pats.
Yeah, well, shout out Judon when he had 2.5 sacks.
Three
a
sacks.
Forced fumble.
Yeah.
What?
Freaking
Still doing the damn thing. I am a Judon fan. I have liked him even in college. That's tough. Patrick Mahomes puts up 35. Patriots defense 26. And who is this other guy? And Eckler. Eckler has been on a clinic lately. By clinic, I mean, this week he fell off. Only 20 points. I think he's averaged like 23 points this season. Yeah. It's stupid. Thank God I have him in one league.
I have no Eckler in any league.
20, 46, and 71 points with 3 people right there. So I feel you, Z. What was the, let's see, Geno? Oh, Geno, very underrated. I picked up Geno in a league, and thank God I did. He is
very
consistent.
Solid. Yeah. Top 7 quarterback rest of season right now, in my opinion. Okay. Jacob has got a question for you, John.
Oh. Should I start Kirk Cousins versus Buffalo or pick up someone off the wire? Options are Sierra and Russ, Geno, Danny Dimes, and Mariota. Right off the bat, I say Geno, like Zay said. If you want to get risky, let's see.
Yeah, I'm going Geno as well on this one.
Geno playing the Bucks. Oh, in Germany. In Munich.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting. That adds a little dynamic that I don't care for too much, is go and play across the pond. Normally it becomes a low-scoring affair. But first time in Germany, maybe they bring a little energy. I'm not going to say what energy because it might be taken off the YouTube. And I said Mariota plays the Panthers. Thursday night football game, a divisional game. I kind of lean to stay away from that game. That could be a shootout, but on a Thursday night game, I just don't see it happening. I do think the Falcons convincingly win that game, though.
Yep.
It's called the Cordell Patterson Show. And what happens when you don't use Cordell? You lose the game in the second half.
Yep.
Even when you fall asleep taking a nap and you miss half the game. Let's see. Danny Dimes. Who's Danny Dimes playing? Texans. That's an interesting matchup. I don't hate that.
I do not hate that at all. I'm trying to look up some stats here.
Yeah. And then finally, Russ is playing Titans. I still stick with Geno number 1. If I rank them in that option in an order, I go Geno 1, Danny Dimes 2, Russ and Mariota. I really don't mind the Mariota matchup. I just don't like that it's on Thursday. And all they have to do is watch some film. With the Carolina rush defense, Cordell Patterson should have 150 rushing yards with 50 receiving yards. I think Cordell Patterson ends top 5 in fantasy this week.
Oh, yeah.
As long as he stays healthy. But, yeah, I like Geno. Geno.
Yeah, I'm going with Geno as well.
Where does Kirk rank with them? Kirk against the Bills.
That's a tough one, in my opinion.
That is tough.
Even though Kirk has done so well and the Bills have not. It's not like Zach Wilson went off against them.
No. The Jets just played a solid game to beat them. Nothing crazy. I still go Geno number 1. Maybe Kirk 2A, 2B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I like Geno. Geno's been nothing but consistent.
Very consistent.
Can't hate on him. So Zach threw for like 150. Yeah, that's JETS Jets.
Where's Kirk ranking this quarterback? So, I mean, top 10, but I go Geno over him. I think Geno's floor is just really high. Kirk can have a bad week. I mean, he's had like an 8-point game before, I think.
Oh yeah, it's the week I picked him up all waiver.
Yeah. So Geno just has a high floor.
It is not worth doing the Kirk Cousins, Justin Jefferson, Mary.
Yeah.
Trust me, from a fan. Trust me, I'm a Bills fan. I know. Yeah, the Bills are supposed to be this, polished diamond, and they have definitely shown some wear and tear this season. Granted, the Jets, that's a divisional game, so I mean, it doesn't matter if you have a 1 versus 32. When it comes to a divisional game, who knows? Patterson had 13 rushes, and he was limited. Yeah. Was it Fontenot? Is it Fontenot the head coach or the GM or Arthur?
For the Falcons.
I think it's Arthur something, huh?
Arthur Smith?
Arthur Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said, hey, Cordell, we really need to fucking try and win this game. So you're limited, and we're giving you the ball all first half. And your limited was probably supposed to come during the second half. But if you're going to put him in late in the game, then clearly he was able to play.
It's just the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
It's like classic Falcons. Mm-hmm. Get away from what's working. Like you swear Shanahan was back there coaching that team. Pretty good news for Josh Allen, all things considered.
Yeah. That UCL injury, not a big deal. He'll play.
13 limit is crazy. He probably get like 25. Yeah. I could easily see that.
But Tyler Algier came in and just killed it too, though. Over 100 yards, 90 yards or something like that. Yeah, interesting. Let's talk about some key games this upcoming week.
All right.
Game I'm interested in watching. Raiders Colts. Battle of two terrible teams right now. Two teams that are imploding. Not sure how, just like the Falcons, the Raiders were up 17 points. Davante Adams, first half, 146 yards, 2 touchdowns. Second half, he had the same stats he had in the first half.
No
0
receptions.
Catches. 0 catches.
Shout out Derek Carr.
Yeah, 7 targets, but 0 catches. I just don't understand why they don't keep feeding Davante the ball. When Davante is involved, getting receptions, getting touchdowns, they're winning the game. And then they just decide to go away from that and go to Josh Jacobs or these bum receivers who aren't doing anything, and they just implode. But the reason I'm interested in this game is because I think DA is gonna put up another 100-yard game, 1 touchdown. I think having Jeff Saturday as the interim head coach could be interesting. See how he operates the offense. Think they're gonna go back to running the ball, which should open up the field for Michael Pittman. Michael Pittman's come out game, I would say. So interested in that matchup. Also interested in the Chargers 49ers. Not sure if Keenan Allen is going to be playing yet. Still questionable. It's going to be interesting because the 49ers defense, John, very solid defense.
Starting to turn it around.
Yeah. So I'm worried for Justin Herbert owners and that offense, but they might be down quite a bit. So I think they have no choice but to pass the ball. So I'm interested in Josh Palmer again and Keenan Allen if he plays. If Keenan Allen does not play, Josh Palmer is a must start.
Yeah.
Again.
He's wide receiver 1 for the Chargers.
Yeah. Must start. So if he's not picked up, which in my opinion, he should be picked up in every league. 72% roster in Yahoo Leaks. So people did listen. People did pick him up.
Yeah, I think you touched on the only other game I'll add personally. I'm not mad about that. Will I watch it? Don't know because it's Sunday at 9:30, and we have to have our stream and shit. Seahawks Bucks, not a bad game.
Yeah, agreed.
And then Vikings Bills. I actually don't mind that game.
Are they both at 9:30?
No, Vikings Bills is at 1. So
Okay,
good
cool.
noon, 1 o'clock kickoff.
Good.
Very good.
Yeah, definitely interested in the Seahawks Bucks as well. Tom Brady. Geno's just playing lights out. That receiving core is consistent. So
Tom Brady is a very professional man. But now that he's recently single, is he about to have some little Bradys in Germany?
I would. Yeah.
You seen them German girls?
Yeah, guten Tag.
I haven't, but I would like to.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag?
Guten Tag.
Guten lieben Glocken Globen. Big NFL. Week 10. We are over halfway done with the season.
It's crazy.
It is flying by.
Let's see what Zay had to say. I want to tell you guys all my trades I did this past week, even if you guys have heard them, and I want you guys to rate each trade I've done 1 to 10. I like it.
Solid.
Let's do it.
Do one at a time, Zay. Just type it out. We'll answer it, and then get the next one.
I might give you like a grade, a letter grade, as opposed to rating it 1 through 10.
Yeah, it's a little tough.
Yeah, but we'll try both ways. I got lucky to pick up Cordero 2 weeks ago off waivers. Genius, great. Was able to stash him on IR, and now he's.
Let me check. I have Eckler, Swift, Patterson, and Najee.
Jacob, you're in a great spot.
Yeah.
Honestly, why not move? Well, you can't get much for Najee. I would move a couple and try and upgrade your receiving.
Get a little
core.
nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can move Swift and Najee for somebody decent. I
think Jacob has Cooper Kupp.
Oh.
Yeah. So pairing him up with Coop would be fire. How'd you do this week, Jacob? Just curious. Please tell me you won. Okay, 2 trades this past week. Let's hear it.
Drum roll for Zay.
James, if you're still in the chat, let us know what trades you're thinking about making. Tua for Murray, 1 through 10. I think that's
traded Tua for Murray. B plus to an A.
Yeah, I'd go A minus. Yeah, I like that. I'd give it a 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Let's go, Jacob.
6 and 3. Okay. So is James because he lost. Am I right or am I right?
Hell yeah.
Solid
trade. Very solid trade.
Oh, yeah.
I like Murray. Especially with Marquise Brown about to come back. Next 2 weeks, he'll be back.
Keenan Allen 2 weeks or? Oh, shots fired at Keenan. Keenan, he didn't deserve that. I actually respect what Keenan's doing. He's an older vet.
Yeah.
He's clearly said, I'm not coming back until
I'm
100%. He's not 100%, which it's a hamstring.
Yeah.
If you don't, he did 3 trades. Offered Najee for Juju, praying he accepts. I wasn't very big on Juju. Like, going into the season, I would have called you a psychopath for trading Najee for Juju. But Juju's kind of finding some rhythm on that Chiefs offense. Now, they did bring in Tony, right?
Yeah, Kadarius. Didn't play in the second half.
Interested to see once he gets the offensive playbook how
Keenan gone.
We will get to that. Oh, we know it. Trade's good enough. What? No, I like that Najee for Juju.
Yeah, if you can actually get that, I'm hoping you can. Don't see why not.
Second, I did Barkley and Palmer for Walker and
that's a dub.
Walker and
D-Hop. That's a dub. That's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, that's an A+.
That's a 10 out of 10.
A+ for me.
Yeah, I mean that's a 25 out of 25.
You get a huge dub for D-Hop. Like the value there is very positive.
D-Hop.
And then you take a slight hit with Walker on Barkley, but Barkley's never finished the season strong. That's the only thing that scares me with Barkley.
Mm-hmm.
Normally because he's hurt, but all right. Oh, he feels I got sick of Keenan. Hey, if you needed somebody to play, I understand the trade, and if you got good value for him, there's nothing wrong with trading him. But interested to see how you moved him. All right, James.
James.
I'm looking to trade Pittman and maybe Waller or Jamal Williams for a solid wide receiver. Kind of want to see how Waller does when he's back fit.
I will say this though, the longer you wait, the less value your assets have if they don't perform.
Mm-hmm.
So you might just have to go out there and try and get what you can now.
And depending on how your league is and how friendly they are to taking trades, that also depends.
Yeah, that's. Mm-hmm.
We're in the same boat.
Then again, I don't need a tight end, and I don't want Michael Pittman, but
yeah, I mean either.
I'll give you Deebo Samuels for
a 3-way trade for D-Hop from.
Oh my god.
Right.
Okay, Jeb, welcome back. Najee for Judy. Jacob said Najee for Judy. I like that too. Not as excited as I would be for Juju, but I like the Judy trade. No more bye weeks. Play him all the way through. Oh no, Zay, what'd you do? Okay, Jeb says I traded Joe Mixon for Cordero Patterson and Hopkins. 1,000%. That's a dub.
Joe Mixon for Cordero Patterson. Oh, a 2-for-1 that way? And you traded him after?
Yeah.
So you got the 50 dub?
Yeah.
I like that trade.
I mean, I love D-Hop, so I'm going to love that trade. John, what do you think? Do you think this is a fair trade? Joe Mixon for D-Hop straight up.
If you need a running back, yeah, it's more than fair.
Yeah.
Personally, I probably wouldn't take that trade because I'm not a Mixon fan.
You're not?
Not a Mixon fan.
Even with 50 points?
No.
So what would you do? So you're undervaluing Joe Mixon in this deal?
Overvaluing D-Hop.
D-Hop.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about offering D-Hop. I mean, Joe Mixon, Devontae Adams for D-Hop.
Dude, if he doesn't take this trade.
I just want D-Hop.
If I put that in numbers, okay, if I put it in numbers, Mixon for D-Hop, it's like on a number scale, that's like a 7 for an 8 for me. Mixon for D-Hop. D-Hop's about an 8 for me.
Mm-hmm.
But if you do D-Hop for Mixon and Devontae Adams, that's like a 12 to an 8. 15 maybe. Who fucking knows? He's an idiot if he doesn't take it. You know who you are.
I've had him since week 1. I traded Keenan and Darrell Henderson. I'm not sure how you got away with that. For Cordero and Montgomery.
I have a very, very solid reason for doing this trade, though.
Let's hear it. I mean, overall, let me just say I would give you a B+ for the trade. Only because if I'm looking, if I'm not looking at your team and I'm just looking, not being subjective at all, or I am being subjective. I like Keenan over Cordero, but there's some bias there.
I would agree with that, though. I like Keenan over Cordero as well.
Because that's what I'm looking at this trade. Overall, I would say it's a B+, because you upgraded Montgomery from Henderson. That's easy. Cordero for Keenan. If Cordero, gets back to being the Cordero of the first few weeks, then I would I'd move it up to an A-, but right now B+.
Trade. The reason why he had the trade is for week 11. Etienne and Walker are both on bye, so he needed running backs. Oh, thinking ahead.
James. Honestly, if I was Rooney, I would offer
Barkley for Devontae Adams. And then trade Barkley for D-Hop.
No, I would do
James. I think he'd have to get frisky and maybe throw in Mahomes and somebody for him to trade because clearly he's locked down on D-Hop.
Apparently, he has a hard-on for D-Hop as much as I do. Week 11, Etienne and Walker are both on bye, and I'm glad you're looking ahead, like John said. I'd rather have D-Hop than Mixon. Oh, I would too. That's why I want him.
Have you tried? Oh, he's asking you. Have you tried sending Mixon for D-Hop?
You know, Zay, I have not tried, only because the guy he has Jonathan Taylor, and he, for some reason, loves Jonathan Taylor, and he has Leonard Fournette. They both have been sucking ass. I've tried sending him D Swift and Devontae Adams for D-Hop, and he said no. But maybe because of Joe Mixon's great performance, he might say yes. What up, Abe?
Abraham.
How we doing, brother? Yeah, agree with James. Let's get the subs.
Likes and subs up, baby. Likes and subs. We got 5 watching, 3 likes. Let's get it up. Oh. What? Oh, anyway.
Yeah, I agree with Abe. If you need a win, that's key though. If you need a win, then that's a good trade. But if you're at 7-2, 6-3, that trade is you're really just planning for your bye week. So that was a good. You're just thinking ahead. I don't mind the trade at all.
Also have Chase too, by the way. Barkley and Mahomes, huh? Not even for Travis Kelce and Brian Robinson Jr. No, I don't blame you. Yeah, I wouldn't trade either one either. Barkley, actually, I wouldn't mind giving away.
So we look at this guy's team that I offered Devontae for. He has Tua starting quarterback, Tyreek Hill, Mike Evans, D-Hop, Leonard Fournette, Jonathan Taylor, excuse me.
Bless you.
I mean, Taylor and Fournette are just so inconsistent this past year.
Yeah, they have fallen off the map the last 3 weeks.
Fournette, 14, 7, 8.5, 14.5, 30, 18, 2, 12.5, 7.5. I mean, it's just up and down. It's like the stock market.
A lot of down.
So maybe I should offer Joe for D-Hop.
You sent him a message? Have you asked him what he was doing?
Yeah, he didn't respond.
No, what shocker.
But I need a running back. I would lose a lot. I would need to trade Deebo Samuels. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point, I'll have D-Hop and Marquise Brown.
Oh, yeah.
So I might... Because I can't go with DeAndre Swift and Deontay Foreman as my starting running backs. It's just not sustainable.
Yeah, Abraham's right. He has no consistent running backs. Uncle Lenny losing his role.
Yeah, Zay, he's got a super team, but Fournette and Taylor have not done anything.
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What Abe said, no consistent running back.
I don't hate that.
Mm-hmm.
Trade Deebo for K9? Oh.
Deebo
Who has K9 in
Kenneth
the league?
Walker. Oh, Jackson.
Ah.
Oh, wait, that's a good trade.
That's a good trade, yeah. Jackson need receivers, huh?
Yeah, he does. Deebo for Kenneth Walker, but I would need to entice him with another running back, though.
Yeah, fill the void. Not Swift. Who's your running backs? Dante Foreman, Swift, Mixon.
DeAndre Swift. Oh, you did say Swift.
Swift, Mixon, Foreman.
That's it. Those are my 3. Should trade Deebo for Abe's got a point. That's a good trade offer.
That is solid. What does they say? Maybe send Adams and Mixon for D-Hop and one
that's
of
a
the
good
backs.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he would take the damn trade.
Yeah. Zay, I might have to offer that. Walker season, baby. Yeah, Etienne and Walker season. Debo for Kenneth Walker. Should we look at the Kenneth Walker team?
Yeah, look at his team. I like that a lot. Abe coming in clutch with that trade.
So he's got Olave at receiving starting. So we play in a league that has no flex. We do 3 wide receivers, make it a little bit harder. So wide receivers are running backs are super valuable, but your third wide receiver is super important.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Olave is starting, DJ Moore, Christian Kirk, Kenneth Walker, Dalvin Cook, Devin Knox.
So immediately he needs a good receiver.
Yeah.
Debo Samuel fits that mold.
Yeah.
I like that. I would offer that. Do we have a live trade offer on the stream?
Oh,
He needs a consistent receiver. Debo's coming back this week, right?
Yeah. He's fun. But then that leaves me with who?
DA.
Josh Palmer. Yeah,
And then not Hollywood
really,
Brown till you
yeah.
come. Yeah.
Like I wouldn't if I'm going to do that trade, I need
wide receiver in return
yeah.
that he doesn't really have. Christian Kirk's been decent, but
Yeah, there's no way I'm starting Christian Kirk.
he's not going to give up Olave.
I want Olave.
Yeah, well,
I told Rooney to go
fucking
after
dropped
Olave.
him. I've never been more right on a player and make the wrong move. Literally at the draft, I was like, this guy, he's going to be pretty solid. Didn't know Michael Thomas was going to get hurt and fucking Jarvis Landry, but
maybe add Foreman if doesn't want it. Yeah. So I can do Walker for Debo. He doesn't really have he has Najee Harris on his bench, but he's not starting Najee Harris. Najee Harris doesn't want to start himself.
Yeah, that Steelers offense is about as bad as the Colts. Olave. So Olave might be the most consistent wide receiver. Is bound for breakout. I'm trying to get him. I'd agree with that. Olave, well, maybe not the most consistent, but I do agree that he is a solid wide receiver. My gut told me to draft him, and I did. And I dropped him instead of fucking Allen Robinson the second or third or whatever his name is.
So I want Chris Olave as well. Can I do a 2-4? If I do Debo Samuels.
You had to throw in a running back.
Deontay Foreman.
Or throw in 2 wide receivers.
Yeah, Debo, Deontay, Kyle Pitts.
Oh, yeah. Sprinkle Kyle Pitts in there. You're never going to play him again, huh?
Nah, yeah. I got Dallas Goedert.
For
Olave and Walker.
Walker and Olave.
I don't think that's a fair trade.
For him or you?
For him.
Like he's giving up too much, you saying?
Yeah.
I like that trade. So? No. Especially with the Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts is having consistent games now. Like 2 weeks.
Okay.
And if I think Kyle Pitts still has enough name recognition and high boomer bust ceiling that people would trade for him. And then we know 2 people in our league that would love to have him because they're diehard Falcons fans.
Yeah.
So you could always keep him on the back burner and try to trade with one of them for him, depending on how their tight ends are.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to do this, guys. I'm going to do Foreman, Devontae Adams, and Kyle Pitts for Olave and Kenneth Walker.
They said he don't need 2 tight ends. I wouldn't accept if I was him. He might be dumb, though.
Who's
his tight end? Zay.
Dawson Knox.
Oh.
Meredith Perry. Hi, Meredith Perry.
Oh.
We got a girl in the stream, guys.
Meredith Perry with the puppy prints. Or bear. It could be a bear.
Hey, Meredith, let us know where you're from, your age, and what your fantasy team looks like.
ASL. A female.
A female.
They said that in possibly the most non-stalkerish way. A female.
I drafted him and traded him for Pollard week 1. He don't need 2 tight ends. True.
Ritter might get there at quarterback. Yeah, he might.
Who?
Ritter might. Ritter.
Oh,
Ritter.
I wouldn't
Ritter,
accept
Ritter.
it if I was him. Might be dumb though. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I wouldn't. That's why I don't think it's a fair trade.
Can't hurt to try.
Yeah, you're right.
Maybe he's super high on Debo. That is true. Debo has some super fans out there.
Debo for Olave. No, it's Debo for Walker. Foreman for Olave. That's tough. That's tough.
That is tough.
Dawson Knox. I mean, he's not consistent.
Yeah, let's pull on Dawson. Old Dawson.
Kenneth Walker is a hard one.
Yeah, because he is high. He's about as high as you can get right now.
Maybe he's super high on Debo, a female. Pitts is the best tight end in the league. 1,000% he is, except he doesn't have a quarterback. If y'all watched the game on Sunday, Marcus Mariota overthrew Kyle Pitts at least 4 times. Kyle Pitts could have had over 100 yards. Easy.
Yeah, Kyle Pitts is arguably the most athletic
so
person
good.
on the field,
Yeah.
no matter what teams are playing. And Kyle Pitts is also 18th on the year, half-point PPR, and Dawson Knox is 25th. So that's an upgrade for him. Technically.
I mean, I offered it, but I don't think he's going to accept it. What's my backup, guys? What do y'all think? I need some advice.
Spin it around. Pitts is literally so good. Shit team. You could say it again, Zay. It's the Atlanta Falcons.
Hey, Meredith, what do you think of my mustache? Would you get in my van?
Oh, hey, kid, you want some candy? Someone offered me Mixon and Kirk for Chase.
Wow, that's a shitty trade.
Yeah.
You should not be friends with them. Try and get Etienne or Walker for a wide receiver. Garrett Wilson is a good buy. Yeah, well, I like that idea, Abe. Hey, John.
Remember that last trade we did? We both got
Debo for Abe. I'll give you Devontae Adams for Etienne. Straight up.
No, you won't.
No, I won't.
Yeah. Don't tempt me with a good time.
Would you take that trade?
Yes.
Yeah, I would
100%.
too. I would too.
Yeah. I value wide receivers more than running backs.
You said
H.N. has been on the fucking for sale block since week 1.
Jackson. Uh-oh. He said, bro. So he's like, oh, my bad. Yeah.
Just say, talk to me. What are we thinking?
Yeah, what do we...
Rejected that shit. I advise everybody to get H.N. top 1 running back.
Bro, he
I'm
said
trying
bro.
to sell him. He didn't respond to my trades. I think I traded him. Maybe I didn't. Maybe it was Brad.
I mean, that's a bad trade. Yeah.
Amon-Ra is a good buy too. Yeah, but I don't trust that damn Lions offense. They are not the Lions from week 1 through 4. I'll tell you that. It's Jared Goff. Roller coaster. Oh, Meredith Perry says, who do you recommend for my fantasy tennis team? I like Djokovic. I like Federer. I like not Serena and not Venus, but Jupiter Williams. Jose picked up Odell. I was flirting with that idea this week. I didn't really want to burn a bench spot for him because, of course, he's not on IR, so you can't. Oh God, easy, Murph. Yeah, you can't put him on his IR, so I didn't want to waste a bench spot, but. Yeah, that's the rumor. Odell to Dallas. Shout out Z Money.
Mm-hmm.
He's not in the stream tonight.
Yeah, Z.
That is the rumor. Odell to Dallas, which I don't hate. He is healthy this week, but that's like a week process once he gets signed. He's gonna go through physical and shit like that.
So the guy came back to me
Oh.
and said, "Bro," and then rejected my trade because it was a bad trade off. I feel bad for doing it.
What'd you
Legit.
end up doing?
Huh?
What'd you end up doing?
Debo, Deontay Foreman, and Kyle Pitts for Olave and Kenneth Walker, which I think it's a bad trade. I wouldn't do it. And I feel bad.
Oh, it's just offering.
I mean, I want him to counter for Debo.
That's the thing. I wish people would send feedback on the trades. Be like, I'm good. Or be like, what'd you do? Or just counter it.
I just can't afford losing both Debo and running back to just get back a running back.
They said send just Debo this time. Abraham said just call him up and ask just for Walker.
Yeah, but that puts me at having. Okay, that means I trade Joe Mixon and I'm riding with Dante Foreman.
It's also a trade too that you're hinging upon. If you get D Hop, you won't need Olave. Right?
Yeah.
So you could have. Well, you'll be trading away Da.
What if I did DeAndre Swift and Debo No, if I did Joe Mixon and Joe Mixon and Debo Samuels for D Hop?
I don't hate it.
Joe Mixon and Devontae. No, not I keep Devontae, but
Yeah.
trade Joe and Debo for D Hop. And James Robinson. I mean, whoever.
I don't hate that. I mean, I think it's a fair trade as long as you don't overvalue D Hop, which clearly he's doing.
Yeah.
He has a shrine to him in his closet.
Makes no sense.
Zay said send Mixon, Foreman, and Palmer for Walker and Olave. But yeah, it goes right where you said. Then you're stuck with Walker and Walker Swift. That's not terrible. Sell Abraham's.
What did Abe say?
Okay. Sell Joe Mixon for a Damian Pierce and Waddle type trade.
That's a good point. What's funny that you say that because that guy has both Waddle and Pierce.
Damn, he has a stacked team. What's his record?
Riley.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Or Swift and Debo for Walker and Olave.
Swift and Debo for Walker and Olave. It's like a wash.
Yeah.
But I like it.
Walker better than Swift. Olave better than Debo. Well, I like Debo's consistency, though, when he's playing over Olave. That Saints offense is a dumpster fire.
I mean, my receiving core is about to be good once Marquise Brown comes back.
Yeah.
And I have Palmer right now for the next couple of weeks as a Band-Aid. But we're...
Francisco, I'm going to come back to you. I skipped you for a second. Scared of making it because I'll have little to no depth, but he's asking, should I trade Higgins, Sutton, Jeff Wilson for Eckler and Cooks? 10-man, two flex PPR. Already have Cousins, Barkley, Mixon, Cup, Lockett, Freiermuth, and Pierce. I think you're getting a lot with Eckler, but I don't know if you're getting any return on Cooks. Brandon Cooks is. I don't like him. I don't like him.
I don't either. I don't like that team.
It is the Damian Pierce show down there in Texas.
Yeah.
Houston, Scrooston. I do think you're giving up too much depth for Eckler because Cooks is not much in that trade. So you're pretty much trading 3 for 1.5. I don't know if I make that trade. Shout out Francisco for joining. Appreciate it, bud. He has to add something to that. James, Jamar was supposedly a 4 to 6 week thing, but it was
But I
such a
heard,
spontaneous injury that
I've heard in between the grapevines that could be longer. I've heard.
my instant talked about this with two buddies. My instant thought was because it happened so spontaneous. Number one, was it even football related? They
Mhm.
said he aggravated it in one game, and then the next week he hurt it again, like re-aggravated. My thought was, is it Bo Jackson type of injury, where it's just kind of a freak injury that could literally set him back the rest of the year?
Right.
Too many mouths to feed in San Francisco. That is true. That San Francisco has built a team this season.
Mm-hmm.
Hoping Chase is back week 11. Yeah, we'll see. That's what we were just talking about. I could literally see him not playing again this season just because it was such
Ooh.
a crazy injury. That's not majority of my opinion. I think he'll be back. It's week 10. I could see him coming back by week 13, 14. Because normally when someone gives an initial time frame of 4 to 6 weeks, I always go with the higher rather than the lower.
Yeah.
Like Keenan Allen was supposed to be back like week 6, week 7, and it's week 10. I got 3 players on bye week 11. I need him. If not 11, he's 100% back week 12 because they didn't put him on IR. He would have to be. Yeah, IR was automatic for 4 weeks. Francisco could possibly get Devontae Smith also. I would rather Devontae Smith over Cooks, but I still 10-man 2 flex PPR. So you got to have depth in that league. I still think you're giving up too much. Jeff Wilson's going to find a home in Miami. It's a matter of time he takes over for Mostert. Mostert only had like 13 carries or 12 carries for 26 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, I own him. He didn't do that great. And the only thing that saved it was that late touchdown.
Yeah.
Look for Jeff Wilson to start taking over in Miami.
Do I want to give up Joe Mixon for D-Hop?
Do you? I know your love for D-Hop.
It's up there.
Is he your favorite player in the NFL right now?
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt. Without a question.
That answers your question.
That's true. That's true.
Hey, is Mixon going to have 50 points again this season? Probably not.
Could be.
Well, if Chase doesn't come back, maybe. Yeah, I agree with Abe. Just get something other than Cooks. Yeah, Devontae Smith and Brandon Cooks are almost on the same level. Devontae's got a little more upside. Brandon Cooks there's already a sour relationship there since he didn't get traded. So we could have honestly a Deshaun Watson kind of situation. Not the whole fucking massage, but oh, I felt that because I own him. Abe said Devontae Smith is the Gabe Davis of the Eagles.
Yeah, the boomer bust.
Yeah, and it's a lot of bust. Don't scare me, dude. Chase will be back week 12.
Tell me Chase will be
tell me Chase. My favorite player is Chase. Yeah, dude, you love those LSU boys. JJ too, even though that guy vetoed a trade because he's a cuck. Yeah, Wilson already took over. Yeah, it's going to be the Jeff Wilson show in Miami. But hold your breath because they're both former 49er running backs. And for whatever reason, a synonym for a 49er running back is injury, which is ironic. They got McCaffrey. Zay, in all honesty, if I had to give you a week, I think Chase is back week 13. That's going to be right at 6 weeks from the initial report. There's a chance he's back sooner. There's a chance he's back later.
Yeah, I'm with John on this one. I'm not very optimistic. I mean, I'm hoping he comes back sooner, but I'm not very optimistic because all I've heard is like setbacks. So
It also depends too if the Bengals are even in playoff contention.
yeah. No, well, I mean initial what's the word I'm looking for?
Diagnosis. Report.
Diagnosis showed that he wouldn't need to go on IR. But that doesn't mean he's going to come back sooner.
Yeah, because there's a lot going into that 53-man roster on IR.
Yeah.
You can't just put somebody on IR when they're hurt.
Nick says, "Guys, I lost."
No,
What?
Nick.
Nick, let's hear it. How'd you lose? Did you play against Joe Mixon or Devontae Adams or Alvin Kamara or whoever?
Anybody. Patriots defense.
Yeah. Patrick Mahomes.
It's all right, though, baby. Dallas Cowboys D's back. Shout out Z Money once again, even though he's not in the stream. Cowboys D, keep rolling. They still got 3 more losses to have this season.
Yeah, I feel like I can get more from Mixon too.
Yeah. Especially after 54. But how much do you love? I sold, I started. Okay, I don't think he put I sold.
Zay, don't jump off the bandwagon. Don't hey.
Hey, take what we say with a grain of salt, man. If you like the guy, you believe in him, hang on tight.
I mean, I would hang on. I would hang on for sure. Good, like I said, we're not in the organization, so we don't know. All I do is read reports. Like John mentioned, he could come back week 13, week 14, just in time for the playoffs.
Yeah, you traded away Keenan. Just hang on to Chase. All right, Nick. I think you just meant I started damn Khalil Herbert and Raheem instead of Cordell and James Connors.
Okay, that Khalil start is questionable.
Very much so.
The Cordero start, I understand, although I did think Shane had asked if he should start Cordero this week, and I said yes because Cordell's just a different beast. So I mean, you had the pieces, you just didn't play them properly. So it doesn't mean it's the end of the world, Nick. You got next week. Let's see if we can help you out, like Damian Pierce and Waddle. Oh, I do want to hear the matchup. Let's hear it. Chase top 1. Zay said. Probably go for a couple more minutes here.
Yeah. A few more minutes. Thank you guys again for joining. Once again, shameless plug. Follow us on Instagram, pb.j_podcast. I know quite a few of you guys already do, and we do appreciate that. We are going to keep the train rolling for the rest of the season. We have fun doing this.
Yeah.
You guys engaging makes it that much better. We will always, unless it's a crazy ass comment, we will probably always engage in your chat.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you have some hot takes, we might call you out on it. Or if you have some stupidity, we might just ignore it. But you guys are good. You guys are great. And
of course, Zay.
Do love chatting.
My man, Zay. Bro, you help us out too. Hurts, Raheem, Herbert, Diggs, D-Hop, Kelsey, DJM, Pats D, and Myers. Okay, Jalen Hurts. He didn't really do what Jalen Hurts could do. Raheem, okay. Herbert, Diggs, he didn't do much, right?
No.
D-Hop, Kelsey. Honestly, the only person that killed it within that list, Pat, your defense was the highest scoring player on your roster this week, I think. Unless Travis Kelsey has like PPR points.
Yeah, D-Hop got you 11.
How much did you lose by, Nick? Your team, Lamar, Jamal Williams scored a touchdown. Kenny, oh God.
Oh, God.
Tyree, oh God.
Rondell,
Rondell.
solid 10. Ertz,
Oh,
solid
you lost by 10?
Foreman, Buffalo, and Cal Tucker. Oh, that's a solid team.
Damn.
And it's
So the people that really let you down is definitely Khalil Herbert and D Hop, in my opinion. Nick, you'll be all right.
yeah, literally Tyreek Hill,
Yeah.
23 points. If he doesn't,
Rondell didn't do anything this week in terms of scoring a touchdown. Zay's 5-4, but Zay's got a solid team. I mean, you have players coming back. Jamar's unfortunately injured. I think you're set up for the future, though, Zay. Making those Murray trade, Cordero trade, Kenneth Walker.
yeah, Zay. We'll hear your matchup, and then we'll probably close out after that. But if you guys have any questions before the week starts, feel free to DM us on Instagram.
Yeah.
You can leave a comment here on the YouTube stream.
We try to answer everything.
Yep.
Diggs, DJM, and Herb. F'd you. Yep.
Mine didn't load. I was like, what are you talking about?
Murray, Walker, Etienne, D Hop, Evans, Kelsey, Patterson. So that's a very solid lineup, Zay. I'm saying you score 20, 20, 15, 15, 40, 70. 80. I'm going to say you score 135 points this week. Pollard, DJM, Ayuk at flex this week. I'm leaning towards. That's a good question, Nick. That's a hard one. For me, it's between Pollard and Ayuk, to be honest.
Cowboys, Packers, and 49ers, Chargers. I like Ayuk's matchup versus the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
Chargers defense is not.
Yeah, with J.C. Jackson not being there.
Is Zeke still hurt? Do you know?
Zeke is probably going to be playing. I mean, at least I know Jerry Jones is expecting Zeke play, but he could get injured. So Hurts, CMC, Kamara, Deontay Pittman, Kittle, Foreman, Tucker, Titans defense. Did I win or lose? Be honest. DJM. I'm going. I think Pollard will be touchdown dependent. I think Ayuk will get the yards.
And DJ Moore. Thursday night game against the Falcons.
I'm going to say Ayuk. DJ Moore is just, he's got to show me back-to-back good weeks.
Yeah. I go Ayuk. If you go Pollard, I won't hate you for it, but I like Ayuk as well.
Hurt, CMC, Kamara, Deontay. Did I win or lose? You won. In my opinion, you won.
Yeah, I think you get the dub this week.
You too, Nick. All right, y'all. with that being said, we're going to end it here. A little short stream this week, but we'll be back on schedule next week. The longer one, a couple hours. Hopefully, we'll have James join us, and that's all. That's all. Take this dub.
Yeah, well,
Zay, my man, let's win, bro. I think you win this week. Let us know any questions, any trades. Reach out to us on social media, pb.j_podcast. Love y'all.
and we are
Out. Until next time.